Hello students, welcome to today's maths class. Today we'll be discussing about standard deviation. Okay, so whatever assignment quiz I'm giving, please take it very seriously and it decides your promotion to next level. Okay students, so this concept standard deviation, I'll be giving you some assignment work. Okay, complete it and submit under standard deviation project 2. Okay, and with this project 2 will be over. Okay students, so let's straight away go into the class. Okay, the concept of standard deviation was first introduced by Carl Pearson in the year 1893. So Carl Pearson, after observing all things, has given a scientific formula for standard deviation. Okay students, so standard deviation is the most useful and most popular measure of dispersion. Okay, it is calculated from arithmetic mean, median, and mode is not considered. It is calculated from arithmetic mean. In the previous videos we discussed about arithmetic mean, median, and mode, right? Okay, the formula for standard deviation, if you have a raw data, okay, the formula for standard deviation is sigma is equal to, so this symbol is sigma. Okay, it's a Greek letter. Sigma is equal to under root of summation x minus x bar the whole square, the whole term divided by n. So what is x bar? X bar is your arithmetic mean. So very quickly, the definition is standard deviation is the positive square root of the average of square deviation taken from arithmetic mean. Okay students, and we'll do a problem based on this. Okay, before that we'll quickly go through the formula. Okay, so this is the first formula. If it's going to be an individual series, okay, the formula is sigma is equal to under root of summation of x minus x bar the whole square, the whole term divided by n. So where x bar is nothing but your arithmetic mean. Okay, you can note this formula. Okay, you can take down this formula of problem. So once I have done with the lecture, you can you can solve this problem. Okay students, so next formula is, we'll discuss this problem. Next formula you have to remember is, if the frequency is given, standard deviation is equal to sigma under root of summation of fd square divided by n minus summation of fd divided by n the whole square. Okay, where a is the assumed mean. Okay, so d, here you have d, right? D is equal to x minus a. And what is f? F is your frequency. N is your total frequency. Okay, we'll do a problem based on this to have a better understanding. So you can take down the two important formula. The first formula, if it's going to be a individual series, that is like if you have a raw data like this, you can use this formula. Okay, and if you have the frequency given, you can apply this formula. Okay friends, now we will do the problem based on this. So you can take the problem here. The question is, find the mean and standard deviation for the values 16, 13, 17 and 22. I have taken a very simple problem. Okay, so you can make a note. So what is the question here? You have to find the mean and the standard deviation for the following data. All right, so arithmetic mean means we know it's a average. We have to find the average. So what is the formula to calculate the average? You have to add the total divided by the number of terms, right? So you can just make a note. So how you are going to calculate the arithmetic mean? Adding the total values divided by the number of terms, right friends? So you can just add up 16 plus 13 plus 17 plus 22 will give you 68 divided by 4, which is equal to, what is the answer you're getting? 17. Are you all getting that answer? You can use your calculator. So the value of x bar. So what is the value of x bar you're getting? X bar is equal to 17. Corrections, x bar is equal to 17. You can make a note. All right. So directly I will write it is x bar is equal to 16 plus 13 plus 17 plus 22 will give you the total is 68 divided by 4, which is equal to 17. Okay, this is your arithmetic mean. Now we have to find the standard deviation for the value. So I have made a tabular column here. You can just have a look. The first one you have the x column. The second one will be your x bar, that is arithmetic mean. The third column is x minus x bar. The fourth column is x minus x bar, the whole square. Okay, because the formula is this one, right? Sigma is equal to under root of summation of x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. Remember this formula for raw data. Okay, we have to find what is the total x minus x bar the whole square. Okay, n is nothing but number of terms. What is the total number of terms here? You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So n is equal to 4. Am I right? N is equal to 4. So write it here. N is equal to 4. Number of terms is 4. Okay. So the first column is x, second x bar, then x minus x bar, fourth column is x minus x bar the whole square. So I have taken the x values. What are the x values? You have 16, 13, 17, 22. I have written in the first column. And x bar we have found the arithmetic mean is 17. So I have written in the second column. Third column x minus x bar. We have to subtract these two. 16 minus 17 will give you negative 1. 13 minus 17 will give you negative 4. 17 minus 17, 0. 22 minus 17 is 5. You can just pause the video and check how I have written it. Okay, good. Next, x minus x bar the whole square, which means you have to square this column. Minus 1 the whole square will give you positive 1, students. Okay, because if the power is 2, if you have a positive power, negative will be converted to positive. Okay, so minus 1 the whole square is 1, minus 4 the whole square is 16, 0 square is 0, 5 square is 25. You can have a look. Okay, now we have to total this. Please total 1 plus 16 plus 25. You will get 42. So this will be your summation of x minus x bar the whole square. So we are going to substitute in the formula. Sigma is equal to under root of summation x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. So what is summation of x minus x bar the whole square? We got 42. Right? By adding this column, we got 42. So substitute in the formula under root of 42 divided by 4. Okay, 42 divided by 4. Okay, what is 42 divided by 4 you are getting? Please tell me. 42 divided by 4, which is equal to, the answer will be 3.24. The value of sigma, the standard deviation is, the value of sigma will be equal to 3.24. This will be the final answer. You can have a look. When you divide this, divide 42 by 4, okay, and then find the square root. The answer will be 3.24. This is your standard deviation. This is the answer for standard deviation. You can pause the video and you can copy the notes. Okay, students. So what we did, we found the arithmetic mean, just finding the average, adding the given values divided by 4, we got the arithmetic mean 17. In order to find the standard deviation, we applied this formula. Sigma is equal to under root of summation x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. We made a tabular column. We arranged the x values. We found the x bar. Subtract with this. We got x minus x bar for each and every term. And then square this column, we got these values. Total the last column. When you total this last column, you will get 42. Substitute under root of 42 divided by 4, because n is 4. The answer is standard deviation. The value of standard deviation is equal to 3.24. This will be the answer. Okay, students, so you can have a look once. Next, we will discuss the problem if you have a frequency. Okay, if you have a frequency, we'll discuss the problem. We know the formula, right? Standard deviation is sigma is equal to under root of summation of fd square by n minus summation of ft by n the whole square, if it's going to be a frequency, discrete series. Okay, so this is a given example. Periods is given number of patients. Number of patients means what? I told you earlier, number of patient is your frequency. Okay, students, number of patients is your frequency. Here you have 2, 7, 11, and then here you can copy the number of patients 2, 7, 11. Then you have 15, 10, 4 and 1 for this column. Okay, periods 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Okay, and this is number of patients 2, 7, 11, 15, 10, 4 and 1. Okay, since the frequency is given, we will apply this formula. Sigma is equal to under root of summation fd square divided by n minus summation of fd by n the whole square. Okay, I have taken the periods in this column, number of patients, frequency in this column. Okay, next we have to find d. What is d actually? X minus a. X minus a. So here assuming you can take the middle term of this. No need to take down this. Okay, it will be puzzled for you. No need to take down this. Okay, you take the x column. This will be your x column. Okay, period will be your x column. Number of patients will be your frequency. So in this x column, take the middle term. What is the middle term? You have 10. You have 11. You have 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So 13 is the middle value. So you can take the assume mean. A is equal to 13. Okay, students. Then we have to find D. What is D? X minus A. So this is the X column, right? So take the first term. What is the first term? 10 minus 13. Assume mean. 10 minus 13 will give you minus 3. 11 minus 13 will give you minus 2. 12 minus 13 will give you negative 1. 13 minus 13 will give you 0. 14 minus 13 will give you 1. 15 minus 13 will give you 2. 16 minus 13 will give you 3. Okay. So this is your third column. Next we have to find F times D. F times D as per the formula. Okay. F times D, which you have to multiply the frequency with D. 2 into negative 3, negative 6, 7 into negative 2, negative 14, 11 into negative 1, negative 11, 15 into 0, 0, 10 into 1, 10, 4 into 2, 8, 1 into 3 is 3. Okay. And then D square. D square, you have to square this column. Minus 3 the whole square will give you 9. Minus 2 the whole square will give you 4. Minus 1 the whole square will give you 1. 0 square will give you 0. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. So we filled up this column. Last column is F into D square. You have to multiply the frequency here with D square. Multiply. So 2 into 9, 18. 7 into negative 14. That is F into D. 7 into 4 will give you 28. 11 into 1 will give you 11. 15 into 0 is 0. 10 into 1 is 10. 4 into 8 is 16. 1 into 9 will give you 9. You can have a look once again. Okay, students. Then you total this column. You're getting 92. Total this column, you get 10. And total this total frequency will give you 50. Now what we have to do is we have to just substitute in the formula. Sigma is equal to under root of summation of fd square divided by n minus summation of fd by n the whole square. So what is summation of fd square? We got 92. 92 divided by n is your total frequency. 50, 92 by 50 minus, open the bracket, fd, summation of fd. What is summation of fd? We get negative 10 here. Okay, so negative 10 divided by n is 50, the whole square. So divide this, 10 divided by 50, the whole square will give you 0.04. See, here you got a positive answer because the power is even, negative will be converted to positive. But outside you have a negative sign. Okay, so it is negative, keep it as it is. So when you divide 90 by 50, you'll get something around 1 point something 84. So subtract these two, you will get square root of 1.80. So your standard deviation is 1.342. This is the answer. You can have a look. If the frequency is given, what you have to do? Period is given, number of patients, period takes as x variable, number of patients take it as frequency, and then find d, x minus a. Then next column will be fd, then d square, f into d square. Okay, how we got the assumed mean? We took the middle term 13. Alright, so in order to find d, take the first term here of x variable. 10 minus 13 is negative 3. You can check the answer. Okay, 11 minus 13 will give you negative 2. 12 minus 13 will give you negative 1. 13 minus 13 will give you 0. 14 minus 13 will give you 1. 15 minus 13 will give you 2. 16 minus 13 will give you 3. Okay, then we find fd, which means you have to multiply the frequency with this d, deviation. Multiply this, each and every term. Okay, so then you have to find d square, which means you have to square this column. Minus 3 the whole square will give you 9. Okay, you see, negative will convert it to positive because the power is even. You can check minus 3 the whole square in your calculator. Okay, similarly fill up this column. Then the final column you have to multiply the frequency with d square. 2 into 9, 18. 7 into 4, 28. Multiply. Alright, total this, total fd, total the frequency, substitute in the formula, and you will get this answer. Okay, students. Next, what is the uses of standard deviation? It is widely used in biological studies. It is used in fitting a common normal curve. Okay, and it is widely used in the measures of dispersion. Okay, this is the task for you. You can use the method which we have discussed earlier. Okay, if it's a raw data, a different max class took the same test 92, 92, 92, 52. Find the standard deviation for this class. And the second one, find the mean and standard deviation of the values 9, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, we use the formula. Do you remember? For raw data, we use this method, right? We use a tabular column. We use this formula. So I am giving a simple problem to solve. Complete this. Okay, along with the video, please take the notes, and when you submit under the project work, I want everything to be returned. Okay, anyway, I will upload this in PDF form in VLE. You can go through and you can just copy it, okay, as notes and submit it by the given deadline. Okay, students, yeah. So this is now we come to an end, but before that, I just want to tell you the practice problems. You have to complete this problem also. Okay, you can make a note, and you can take this problem also. Find the mean and standard deviation. All right, you can take this problem also, and I have given worksheet also some problems. So complete all these things and submit under standard deviation project number 2, project 2. Okay, so with this we come to an end of measures of dispersion. What is dispersion? It is the variation of items around an average. Okay, greater the variation, the more will be the dispersion. So dispersion is a measure of variation of items, and the main objective is to determine the reliability of an average, to compare the variability, and it is used in statistical measures. Okay, the properties is this. The property, it's very easy to understand, easy to calculate. All these are good properties of measures of dispersion. So we discussed this earlier in the video, the different measuring dispersion. We have a range, we have standard deviation, okay, we have quartile deviation, mean deviation, CV, that is coefficient of variation. All these are methods of measuring dispersion. Range is nothing but difference between the largest value minus the smallest value. So if you want to find the range, you can use this following data. Okay, so highest value minus the lowest value. That's it. Okay, students. And then we also discussed about what is the meaning of standard deviation. Thanks for watching the video and have a great day. Bye-bye.